The truth about being an immigrant in the UK. The United Kingdom has long been a magnet for people from every corner of the world, whether they're chasing dreams, reuniting with family, or starting fresh. But what's the truth about being an immigrant in the UK? Beyond the passports, job contracts, and airport hellos lies a deeper story of adjustment, resilience, and everyday life. From Nigerians settling in London to Romanians building lives in the Midlands and Indians thriving in business hubs. The experience isn't one size fits all. In this video, we dive into the real day-to-day realities of immigrant life in the UK, the challenges, the wins, and everything in between. Why immigrants choose the UK? Let's start with the big question. Why do people move to the UK in the first place? For many, it's opportunity. The UK has long been viewed as a place where hard work can open doors, especially in fields like healthcare, education, construction, hospitality, and IT. It also offers a high standard of education, public healthcare, and strong legal protections. Things that may be limited in their home countries. Take Indian and Pakistani families who arrive to pursue business ventures or settle into established communities, or Romanians and Bulgarians who move for seasonal jobs, often with the aim of sending money home. For Nigerians, Ghanaians, and Kenyans, the UK offers respected universities and job opportunities in the NHS or finance. Language also plays a role. With English being a global language, immigrants from countries like the Philippines or South Africa often find the UK more accessible than non-English speaking nations. But for all its advantages, life in the UK comes with its own learning curve. First impressions. What surprises people most? The first few weeks in Britain can be full of surprises, both good and confusing. Many immigrants are caught off guard by the politeness and reserved nature of British social life. How are you? Doesn't always mean someone wants to know how you're doing. Queuing, forming an orderly line for everything, is practically a national sport. The weather is another talking point. Immigrants from tropical climates like Nigeria or the Philippines are often stunned by the grey skies and unpredictable drizzle. Meanwhile, the cost of living, especially rent in places like London, can come as a shock to newcomers used to cheaper lifestyles back home. Public transport is often praised for its reach, but can be stressful to navigate initially. That said, once settled, many immigrants describe the UK as orderly, structured, and safe, even if the pace feels brisk at first. Jobs and careers, starting from scratch. One of the biggest challenges immigrants face is employment. Even with qualifications and experience, many newcomers find themselves starting from the bottom. A qualified teacher from Zimbabwe might have to work in retail until their credentials are recognised. A Romanian construction worker may face seasonal work without stability. A Filipino nurse may have to undergo additional training to meet NHS standards. For some, this early phase can feel like a setback, but over time, many do progress, building businesses, climbing the career ladder, or transitioning into their desired fields. Cities like Leicester, Luton, Manchester, and Birmingham now boast thriving immigrant-run businesses, from Indian grocery stores and Romanian bakeries to Nigerian tech startups. The early struggle is common, but so is the story of long-term growth, education and family life. The UK's free public school system is one of its strong points, and it's something many immigrant families value deeply. Indian, Pakistani, and Bangladeshi parents often prioritise education and work hard to give their children every advantage. Similarly, Polish and Romanian parents value the discipline and safety they find in UK schools, even if adapting to the curriculum takes time. Many immigrant children are bilingual or multilingual, speaking English at school and their native language at home. This dual identity can be both a gift and a challenge. especially for teenagers balancing two cultures. Family life also adjusts to British norms. Extended families may live together initially to save money. Over time, as stability grows, families branch out and build more independent lives. For most, the UK becomes a place not just of survival, but of future building, especially for the next generation. Everyday life, integration and community. Contrary to the idea of isolation, many immigrants find ways to create home within the UK. From bustling Caribbean markets in Brixton to Polish festivals in Manchester, and from Indian temples in Leicester to Nigerian churches in Birmingham, communities across the UK are full of cultural life. These hubs offer support, familiarity, and a taste of home. Filipino caregivers might meet weekly for shared meals, while Afghan families might gather at local mosques or community centres. Polish migrants often rely on Facebook groups or WhatsApp chats to exchange job leads and housing tips. Many towns now have immigrant-led community groups that offer everything from language help to job training. These support systems are often the backbone of integration, helping new arrivals feel less alone. Even simple things like food create connection. Walk into a British supermarket today and you'll find plantains, paretas, Polish sausages, and Romanian mineral water. A quiet nod to just how diverse the country has become. Cost of living, the silent pressure. While the UK offers plenty of opportunities, it also comes with a steep cost of living. And this is one of the biggest pain points for immigrants. Housing in particular is a challenge. In cities like London, Birmingham, or Bristol, rent can eat up a huge chunk of income. Immigrants often share homes or flats with extended family or friends, not just for cultural reasons, but to survive economically. Utility bills, council tax, and groceries can feel expensive, especially for newcomers used to lower prices back home. Even things like car insurance, which in the UK can be very high for first-time drivers, are an added burden. Yet many adapt by budgeting carefully, seeking side jobs, or slowly working their way toward home ownership. Immigrants from South Asia, Eastern Europe, and Africa are among the fastest growing home-owning groups in the UK, a sign of long-term settlement and success despite the cost. Healthcare and public services. One of the biggest benefits of life in the UK, according to many immigrants, is the NHS. For Nigerians, Ghanaians, and Kenyans, where healthcare may be unaffordable or inconsistent, the idea of free at the point of use treatment is a huge relief. Eastern Europeans often praise the maternity and children's health services. But the NHS is not without its challenges. Waiting times, long queues, and occasional communication barriers can be frustrating. Still, most agree that the access to healthcare, mental health support, and even walk-in clinics is a huge advantage over many other countries. Public services like libraries, local councils, and the benefits system also help many immigrants get back on their feet during tough times. Citizenship, identity, and belonging. Over time, many immigrants consider British citizenship not just for travel or paperwork, but as a sign of belonging. Romanians and Poles, for example, have increasingly applied for UK citizenship since Brexit. Many South Asian families apply to secure their children's futures. For long-term residents from Africa, the moment of getting a British passport is deeply emotional, a formal welcome to the place they now call home. But belonging isn't always just about paperwork. It's about moments. Your child getting a British accent, a neighbour inviting you for tea, or voting in your first UK election. It's also about learning to blend two identities. Being both Indian and British, Ghanaian and British, Filipino and British, without having to choose one over the other. The truth? You don't have to be born in the UK to belong. Sometimes you grow into it. Challenges that still remain. While much of immigrant life in the UK is full of growth and success, it's not without its share of obstacles. Some immigrants still face stereotyping, assumptions about their skills, education, or background. Others encounter subtle barriers in housing or employment that aren't always visible but can be felt. But these experiences are rarely the whole story. Many immigrants share stories of British friends, kind neighbours, supportive teachers, and co-workers who help them through hard times. And importantly, things are changing. The UK's younger generation is more diverse and open than ever. Many second-generation immigrants are now doctors, politicians, athletes, and artists, redefining what it means to be British in the 21st century. It's not one story. The truth about being an immigrant in the UK is that there's no single experience. For a Romanian factory worker, life might be about stability and support. For a Nigerian student, it's about opportunity and identity. For a Filipino nurse, it's about sacrifice and sending money home. For an Indian entrepreneur, it's about growth and community. And yet, all these lives intersect in trains, shops, schools, and neighbourhoods, quietly shaping the future of Britain. Immigrants are not just part of the UK's past, they're central to its present and its future. So what is the truth about being an immigrant in the UK? It's a mix of challenges and opportunities, setbacks and growth. From all walks of life and every continent, immigrants are finding their place and leaving their mark. Britain isn't perfect, but for millions, it's become home. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.